Hi there. My name is Kate Holterhoff. I am an analyst with RedMonk. We are developer focused, which means that we pay attention to the trends that developers are actually adopting. I am going to try to buck the trend of the typical analyst sort of mantra, which is to say short things long. I think Katie maybe can relate to this, right? This is all of us consultants. So I am going to be speaking a little bit about DevOps here. And the reason for that is because there is zero static between DevOps and platform engineering. And so I have a few examples of that to, to make that clear. So let's dig into that. DevOps has been around since 2007, and 13 years later, we have platform engineering. Why? Because it's all about platforms, baby. That is why, interestingly, if you search for the word platform on the DevOps wiki page, it's only used once, and that's in conjunction with, of course, platform engineering. But before we chat a little bit about platforms, let's define the terms. What is platform engineering? Is it just rebranded DevOps? So there's a lot of definitions out there. I'll just limit myself to maybe the most popular one, which would be Luca's. So at Humanitech, they say that platform engineering is toolchains and workflows that enable self-service capabilities for software engineering organizations in the cloud-native era. Okay, so if you are of the opinion that platform engineering is just another vendor-driven buzzword, then it's worth pointing out that, of course, Humanitech is one of the parties attempting to drive that buzz. So platform engineering has several key tenets, but the most important is developer experience here. So, a lot of these sort of key tenets are probably familiar to folks out there who have been following the platform engineering space. The basic idea that, developers are going to use the easiest and most intuitive tools to do their job. So the platform must delight this group or they won't use it. Doing the right thing should be doing the easy thing. So there should be guardrails and golden paths put in place. So today we've had a period of sprawl, and enterprises are trying to get a hold of it. Sprawl of processes, sprawl of platforms, sprawl of tools, and sprawl of infrastructure in general. So platform engineering is trying to get its arm around all of this stuff, apply some guardrails, declare that there are standards that we're going to use. And in essence, one way to think about platform engineering is as an industry's appeal for consistency, so that everyone can be more effective in their work. So folks, use that call that many of us used to characterize as architecture, is just another sort of way of framing it. So there are a lot of things that were a zero interest rate phenomenon. We've been throwing that ZIRP phrase around a lot lately, but I'd say that platform engineering is probably not one of them. In fact, platform engineering is what comes after ZIRP. And so at RedMonk, we talk a lot about culture. And what I mean by that is that the value of platforms are a significant part of driving culture change. And now platform engineering advocates say, basically the same thing, that in order to have culture change, you're going to need some consistency, and that consistency is going to be by way of platforms. And one of the most important platforms is, of course, the IDP, the internal developer platform. So let's talk about IDP, since many vendors have gone to great lengths to convince the market that platform engineering and IDPs are the same thing. I would not say that that is the case. IDPs are what the platform engineering teams build in order to support those tenets of platform engineering I mentioned earlier. The IDP is the how of platform engineering. It is built by a platform team to ensure that golden paths are readily available for the teams that are going to be using them in a self-service manner. So in 2020, Spotify open sourced and donated to the Cloud Native Computing Foundation their IDP Backstage. Backstage is a framework, and there are many folks with managed solutions building on Backstage or adjacent technologies. In addition, there's to the sort of managed versions of this, Google has their own enterprise developer platform, GKE, and then Red Hat offers the Red Hat Developer Hub. So, many of these are probably familiar to folks. So that's where we are today, but where will we be 5, 10 years in the future? Of course, AI is probably the most important one. Automation has always been core to DevOps, and that extends to platform engineering. As we continue to recognize engineers as creative knowledge workers, effective platform engineering teams need to actively ensure that IDPs are managed to automate anything that you have to do more than once. All right, out of time. Thank you.